Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
So currently you can see that the data was stored in key 20, 10, and 30. Let us go and execute this one, and after that we'll change it to normal object. So here you can see that the data got sorted based on the keys 10, 20, and 30. But when you have executed with respect to hash map, the data was displayed as 20, 10, and 30. Let us write one more class. I don't want to change the existing class code. Treemap objects example. So now instead of Treemap integer of strings, just go ahead and put employee as your key. So that means you are supposed to pass the employee objects as keys only. So you shouldn't be putting integers. Let us go and take some data from our tree set objects example. Take the same data. So when you say java.util.star, instead, let us say if I have imported java.util.star, during the execution or class loading time, Java will be going to load all the classes that are available under the util package. Even though if you are using one or two classes, it will be going to load all the classes from this package. That's why normally we are supposed to avoid specifying .star, and it would be better if you specify only the classes that are required for your program compilation or execution. So with this notation, you are only loading 3 classes from the util package. But if you go for star, then that's like wastage for the JVM. So to our tree map, now add employee 1, now I'm storing employee comma string. So that means I will get each and every employee. So the return value should be an employee. You can see that the data got printed. Employee Chris, this is the key, and this is the key, and even the keys are, because we have already implemented the comparable interface with respect to our employee, and we have overridden, or we have provided the definition for compare to, and we are sorting the data, we're sorting the keys based on first name. So currently you can see that while adding whatever the strategy that we follow, but still the data got displayed with respect to first name sorted order. So there won't be any difference if you are going to use the objects as keys, but normal usage, real usage, we won't go objects as key within our hash map, within our Treemap. We'll go for any kind of integer to represent as a key number or as a key, and the data you can simply go for any kind of object. So corresponding to that key, if you say go and get the employee 10, so based on the 10, it will retrieve the corresponding object and will provide that to you. But if you haven't implemented, yeah, exactly, here key itself is our employee object. So all the keys, they are supposed to be sorted, and that's the reason we have provided the definition for compare to method by implementing our comparable interface. There is one special class, which is properties class. This is a legacy class. In last class, we have mentioned about what is meant by legacy class within our collection. Whose scenario is best in real time, that is map or set. So both are required, but based on our requirements, normally we'll go for maps pretty much, but set representation, I don't think it will be needed for us in real time. The properties class is the most important one which we'll use in real time. With properties class, you'll be able to understand what is the purpose of going for key value pairs. Properties class, it was introduced with respect to the Java release, the first release, and after that, the hash map or Treemap, which are introduced in 1.2, they are also mainly for key value pairs. But the properties class, the usage of properties class, mainly used to read the data or read the properties from input stream. So the properties class, normally the properties class also is also a key value pair, but here both keys and values are string objects. Both keys and values, both are string objects. Let us write a normal properties class and we'll make use of the API, and then we'll see how to read the properties from a file. Here, there is no concept of generic because we have mentioned that all the keys and values, they are supposed to be string objects only. Take a look at the API. The properties class, there is a set property method. Yeah. So you can see that the set property method, just like your put method, accepts two arguments. Both are string objects. The reason for that is the key and value within our properties collection, it should be strings only. That's the reason it accepts only string values. And the get property method, you can see that this is an overloaded version. So the first one, get property of string, it will verify within the property collection, and if it was not available, it will return a null value. The second one is a default one, in the sense it will verify based on the first parameter. Let us say go and get the property for a key called Steve. Let us say if the key Steve was not available within our collection, you can also specify a default value that can be returned if at all if this key was not available. So normally, if the key value pair was not available, and if you still want to return a default value for that, then you'll just go for the second version. And if you are sure that the key was available, then you'll go for the get property of string. And you can see that there are some additional methods. The load method, reader of input stream, either reader or input stream, character or byte oriented. The load method is used to load the properties from an external file. And in the same way, if you want to store the properties to an external file, you'll go for store method. So these methods are not available in your HashMap or Treemap. So that means if you are moving your code from one environment to different environment, let us say you are moving from some testing environment to production environment, you'll have some kind of environment variables within your Unix boxes or Linux boxes. So those environment specific variables, it's not possible for us to put within our Java code. So you can put the static code, static data within your Java. You want to retrieve those information from based on the environment or from an external file. So normally we already know that we can go for input streams or output streams, reader classes kind of stuff, and read the data from the stream. And after that, you just need to use the read method and go ahead reading one by one row, or if you're following some higher streams, you can read lines as well. But with respect to properties class, you just need to specify that what kind of stream that you want to use and what is the name of the file. Those two are enough for the properties class, and it can easily read the content of the file, and it will make it available to you in terms of key value pair. So that means you should, let us create one file, properties file. To create a property file, new, other, properties file. If at all, if it was not available, just go ahead and create some kind of a normal file. If it was not available, go and create, new file. Specify an extension called .properties. So currently my file name is hash, and I have added .properties as the extension. So here you need to represent the data in terms of key value pair. So in dot properties file, you will specify the data in terms of username. Let us say this is your key, and the value will be specified with equal to symbol, and let us say Steven is your value. And after that, this is just like the first line, and go for the second line. No need to specify any semicolons or comma separated symbols are not required, and each and everything, whatever that you have specified, the properties file, it should be specified like key equal to value. You can specify how many number of parameters that you want. There won't be any issues. Normally the convention will be the key should be in keywords, and the value you can pass any kind of data. You can specify comma separated, you can specify space as well, evenly like this. You can specify the entire thing will be taken as the value of key username. But only requirement is you should specify the data in this format only. Key is equal to value. That is the representation of properties file. Once you have specified the properties file, you can easily call. Before that, just create an input stream. Is equal to new file input stream. Create a file object as well. What is the name of the file? Hash.properties. And once you have created an input stream, your properties dot load method accepts a input stream, and I can pass is as the input stream, which will read the properties file. Here load method performs two steps. First thing is it will read the content of the file. Currently the file content was available within input stream is, and once after that it knows how to pass the data. Passing in the sense it will read the data, each and every line it will read, and it will understand that key is equal to value, which means it will store the data in terms of properties collection as key value pair. So I'll print the data. You can see that username equal to Steven, password equal to Chris. So if I change the data, let us go and change the data. Lee. Directly go and execute the file. You can see that, did I compile the file again? No, it's not required, because it is a static data that was available outside of my Java class. So with respect to this Treemap or HashMap, if I want to get a different information, let us say I want to get some different information like sync for 20. So in this case, I'm supposed to save the file. You can see that if I'm running the compiled file, which was with the previous version, will get run, and it will provide a different output other than what we are expecting. But with this properties file, you can easily retrieve the environment variable kind of stuff, and you can simply change the data without compiling your Java file. Once we have moved our code to testing environment, and we don't have any access of changing the code, whatever that was available or whatever that was tested within our QA or SIT environment, it will directly move to our production box. So we can't change the data, but we can change the data of our environment variables at any time or within at any environment level. You can just inform to the sysadmin that I want the hash.properties to be available in my class path, then they'll make the changes for that, or that will be available to your code, and you can simply read those properties just like your database information. Your database information will get changed between the environment. You won't be having the same IP address or password or usernames or password or port kind of information across the environment. You'll definitely use a different database or different DNS details once you have moved to production environment. So those kind of information you are not supposed to keep within your Java file because they are static information respected to your environment. So these kind of data normally you'll place in environmental files just like your properties file and make it available to your Java file.
Krish, you said just now that you don't need to compile that property. Can we compile that? No, right?
No. What I said was once you have changed the content of properties file also, it's not required for you to compile your Java file.
Okay.
Your Java file has the capability of reading the file when you're trying to execute, and it will take the latest version of the file and you can get directly the updated data within your Java code. That's all for today's class. We'll start JDBC from tomorrow, and before starting JDBC, I'll take 20 or 30 minutes to cover some extra topics within our core Java itself, the additional features that are available within our Java SE5. And if we are not able to complete within 30 minutes, anyway, I'll start JDBC, and we have plenty of time. Either we can complete by Wednesday or by Thursday.
Krish, I tried to install the files that you sent us yesterday, and everything went through successfully except for the very last one. There is something that I need to unzip, and it's
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2KInfosys.com. On our website H2KInfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.